Hello YouTube, welcome back. This is probably going to be the final session of Cryptbeards 20, but we'll see. I'm looking for inventive ways to end the fortress, but only half-heartedly. Mainly I've been talking to chat, just waffling on like an idiot, and no, maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. But it's a thing, for sure. Right, so, Black Friday. When is Black Friday? I don't know. I don't have any money, so Black Friday is meaningless to me. It may as well be twice the price Friday, as much as it matters to me. Let's go up to the surface, unpause the game, and check the alerts to see what paused it. Oh, a baby. Of course it was a bloody baby. It always is. The day after Thanksgiving. Then Small Business Saturday. I didn't know Small Business Saturday was a thing. So when is Thanksgiving? That's the thing. I mean, being from the UK, I don't actually know when Thanksgiving is. The only reason I really know when any of this is, since Small Business Saturday is actually relevant to me. Well, it would be. Yes, that's right. What kind of things happen on Small Business Saturday? Because, I mean, I could do a very belaboured pun about very small turds, because business is a colloquial term for poop in the UK. Maybe elsewhere, I don't know. But I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to try and shoehorn that pun in, because I think explaining the fact that I could have done is enough. I don't need to then also carry out the suggested action, do I? That would be unnecessary. Over the top, if anything. Let's have a little look down here. Oh, is it like Easter? It moves around. Small Business Saturday is when small businesses do their Black Friday sale. Since no one is going to go to a small business on Black Friday, they're going to do Walmart or Best Buy. Makes sense. There, yeah. So do it on a separate day and get your sales on. Well, you know, if anyone's looking to get some stuff for Christmas, check out Tacoma Games. Or indeed, I mean, maybe even check out my Amazon link, which I repeatedly forget to mention I have. You know, I should use it more. I might make a bit of money, but, you know, I'm terrible at that kind of thing, so I don't. I'm not even going to put the link out there because I can't remember how. Where were we? We were looking at the fortress and figuring out ways to get these little fellas off into the great hereafter, weren't we? Someone was saying just start firing the ballista, and you know what? I want to see it fire, so I am going to set it to fire. How about that? Change action, F, fire at will, facing left. Let's just see it fire, at least once. There we go, let's pause it. We've definitely killed a child there. That child turned into a bone icon, which almost certainly means it's been utterly obliterated. Let me just turn off the order to keep firing. Prepare to fire, there we go. And let's just follow this slowly. We'll do the full stop button to see how it moves. Okay, so there's one dead baby. The arrow is moving. It looks like that baby there. Oh, a duck has attempted to dive in the way and rescue its child and the baby, but unfortunately to no avail. Let us hope... Oh, the baby moved. This is good. Very smart baby. Wizard baby, if anything. There's another baby in the way. Although it looks like a parent has moved in to save the day. Do they have the reactions required to get that baby out of the way? Ooh. Unfortunately, they appear to have moved in the wrong direction and dived towards the flying ballista bolt, which is, I would guess, a poor move. But look at that! Such reflexes, out of the way like a lightning bolt. The next person comes along here, I believe that's some kind of crafts dwarf, right? Are you going to get hit? No, they dodge as well. It appears to be sailing over the heads of our birds, or maybe they're just all fluttering out of the way and squawking. Like when someone drives a vehicle through a truck filled with chickens in cages, as the movie trope goes. Oh, hello, the ballista bolt has deviated, and it looks like that dog... Oh, it's making a run for it. Is it dead? Has the dog been struck? It looks like the dog got taken out. The child appears to be behind a toy here. I'm not sure if they're going to see it coming. They're just sitting there playing along with their little... What is that? Let's have a little look. It's a lead puzzle box. They're sitting there trying to summon Pinhead through the lament configuration, paying no heed to what's going on, and in a way, they may well get what they were seeking. We will tear your soul apart. Oh, angels to some, demons to others. Oh dear, it looks like the child died. He's been taken out. Oh, we're not seeing any body parts. Maybe the child is short enough, or laying down, or sitting down, or something, and... Da, 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 da. Miracle child. The boy who, dare I say it, lived. Not so much the dog. The dog got obliterated. We've got another fella coming up in the line of fire. Is he going to survive? Will he be able to evade this rapidly moving bolt of iron? Doesn't look like it. He appears to have been engulfed by the head. And yes, for sure, his blood and guts have been spread far and wide. Let's start the music up again, because it's gone quiet. And frankly, silence is for the end of the video, not for the beginning. The beginning can have lovely music. Lovely, lovely music. Although, having said that, it does seem like it's not happening. There we go. Delightful. So let's continue following the arc of this ballista bolt. How far will it go? It's killed 2 or 3 people. There's a baby in the way now. I'm not sure if the baby's going to respond in time. It appears to be stuck in a weapon trap of some kind. Probably playing around in the blood and guts of the goblins. Now, yes, the bolt has flown over the baby at least, but has it struck it? Will the baby survive? The child survived, maybe by nature of its height, or maybe just through sheer skill of dodging, but it looks like children and babies aren't tall enough to get hit by the ballista bolt. However, this poor sap, he's in big trouble. He's in big doo-doo. Let's move this along. How's it going? Are you going to get killed? And looks like he's been got. No blood yet. There's another baby. Let's see if the baby survives. Come on. He survived as well. How did he do it? What magical skills are being used here? Here comes a miner, and the miner, not so good. Not so quick-footed. Taken straight out. Obliterated. We've got a kitty cat coming along. Kitty cat. No, doesn't survive. The kitty cat becomes... Oh, the kitty cat survived! Here we go. And the next one. These guys are getting out of the way. They're smart. No, this guy's not so smart. Oof. I think that was a cook. I think we just lost... We didn't lose a chef. He was just injured. Let's... Does that come up in the combat reports? The butcher is fighting. Here we go. The flying iron ballista arrow strikes the butcher in the left lower leg, and the severed part sails off in an arc. The butcher loses hold of the alpaca wool right glove. The flying iron ballista arrow strikes the butcher in the right upper arm, and the severed part sails off in an arc. The butcher falls over. So it hit them in the left lower leg and the right upper arm. So somehow we have a situation where the arc of the ballista bolt went through the right upper arm and the left lower leg. So some sort of position like this is required? Like with the arms, they need to be curled up in a pretty weird ball for that to happen. Unless, of course, so it hits them in the lower leg, they sort of spin in the air from the severed limb, and then the other hand comes round in front of the bolt, and then they spin the other way with the arm coming off? I'm not sure. I'm sure the geometry all makes sense in the code, but right now I'm having trouble bringing it to life in my mind. Let's carry on. Let's see how else this carries on. And then once this ballista bolt has flown the coop, which I believe is now, we'll just unpause it. Oh, hello. It's okay, it's going. How far does it make it? Holy shit. Does it break? I think the ballista bolt is gone, right? It must have been broken. Well, we obliterated a few peasants there, didn't we? And filled up a few more graves. Obviously, the thing is fully functional.
This death ballista is fully operational.
It's beautiful. I like the break music, by the way, says Tidy. Who is it by again? I've got a friend who makes music under the name Sinister Elements. He comes in here sometimes under the name Lieutenant Hopper. If you someone, yeah, there you go. Science has put the link in. That's his SoundCloud. It's a bit out of date, but you know, there's some stuff on there. It's all good. Tying his shoelaces, Tidy. That makes sense. Yes, that would make sense as to why his arms and legs were all lined up that way. Oh, it could have been jumping. That's true. Trying to dodge, yes, but I feel like doing a sort of spinny dodge with your arms and legs flailing to get hit by the ballista is a bit of a counterproductive move. Maybe he did attempt a Matrix-style dodge, so he bent over backwards. So as he was arched, sort of doing the crab, or the bridge, or whatever it's called, it went through his leg and then his arm. Yeah, I can see that happening. So there are many scenarios in which it was possible. Many scenarios indeed. Okay. Sodel, the guy who had his mood, has begun a construction, and he's done it in a metalworking workshop. Well, we might be able to see a nice artifact before the end of the fortress. Of course, I don't think we'll be firing that ballista again until actual enemies arise. But fingers crossed that'll happen before the end of the stream. It would be nice to get a proper siege so we can perhaps do a Cryptbeards rush. It would be fitting for the Cryptbeards episode to end on a Cryptbeards rush. I don't think we've had a fortress end on one of those in quite some time. They tend to be brutally effective. You know how it is, you know, you expect a horde of unarmed dwarves just to be hacked down, but the tidal wave of fists just wears people down and makes them unready for combat. It's good. It's good. Bet on what is made. My bet is shield. Oh, okay, let's have a little, I'm guessing he's in there in a metalsmith. I don't think it's going to be anything like, I don't think a shield. We've already had several artifact weapons this fortress, so I'm thinking it's going to be something more prosaic. Something perhaps a metal. It's going to be a chain or something boring like that. It can't be a weapon, or maybe it will be. Maybe he'll do a full set of artifact plate. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Toy forge. Yeah, that's even more likely. Even more likely. We've got another peasant slipping into depression. 82 people are just about stable, 47 are less than happy, 24 are pretty peeved, and 11 are absolutely bloody fuming. And then we've only got one person in the fortress who is truly happy. I don't even wonder who that is. Should we take a look and find out who this happy lad is? Let's have a little look. Where are you, Smiler? Show yourself. Let's sort by happiness. In fact, let's sort by nothing. And then happiness. Excuse me. There we go, this is our happiest soul. Olin Geschudmer. What do you do, Olin? You're a butcher? You're an architect? Oh wow, and that's it. You haven't even got any hauling things. No wonder they're happy. They don't do anything. Mind you, they must have been doing quite a bit of butchery lately, right? We had that. Oh no, I don't think so. I think Tosid's the one who's doing the butchery. Look, they're pretty good at it. Grand Master Butcher. Very nice. Oh, hello. A blacksmith has gone berserk. That's not an ideal scenario. Come on, please don't smash the workshop while the guy's making his friggin' artifact. That's not going to be good. That's not cool. Not cool at all. Oh, the blacksmith bled to death. Didn't take long. Oh, the Baron of Room Smokes is throwing a tantrum. I think we're well into a tantrum spiral here. I'm not sure if we're even going to get to see the end of this item. Come on. Come on, everybody, get working. Make sure it gets finished. Okay, I think the excitement's died down again. We'll go back up to the entryway, which I know. Ah, here we go.
Sodel Ikodmoral, weaponsmith, has created Thethrus Lissat, a silver warhammer. She offers it to the High Paper.
Well, this is quite the turn-up. We've had a few of these bad boys. We've had a few weapons made, but, you know, this is the first, I think, like, very dwarfy weapon. We've had spears, yes, but Silver Warhammer, this is pretty good. Hello, indeed. Nice. Let's take a little look at it, see what it's like. No value. Interesting. Okay, let's view it.
This is a silver warhammer. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. It is studded with silver and encircled with bands of table-cut citrines, sheep wool, round microcline cabochons, and orange wood. This object menaces with spikes of gabbro, gneiss, and citrine. It's cool. The periwinkle of notches is kind of cool, but not... You know, we've had more exotic creations. But nonetheless, an artifact warhammer is pretty nice. Very special indeed. Unfortunately, we sent all of our military away, and now they're probably not going to return. Do you still have a trader? If not, could that be why it doesn't show a value?
No, we don't have a broker. So we have no idea of the value. We're just going to go straight in and we're going to make the Baron. Do we make the Baron? The manager? This cook. We'll do this one. There we go. You can be the broker. And the Chief Medical Dwarf. Oh no, we've lost our Chief Medical Dwarf. Somewhere in the fray they got nobbled and we missed it entirely. Oh well, at least they were done after the creation of the enormous graveyard. That's the main thing. Hammerer dead, Militia Commander dead, Captain of the Guard dead, Champion, I've never seen a Champion before. That's new. And a Barony and a Mayor. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realise we had these people here. I should have remembered because we did submit to being, you know, a more important part of the civilization, but unfortunately I didn't pay any attention to it whatsoever. That's fine though. That's fine though. It's going to be great. It's going to be lovely. You should have someone check that ballista. Seems like it has a hair trigger. It did go off pretty quickly, didn't it? But then again, that's what you want. You want it to go off nice and quick. Ballistas are, after all, very powerful weapons. Why is it not ready to fire? Is the ballista guy on the wrong side suddenly? Has he? Okay, let's go. Let's make his burrow a little bit bigger. Define this burrow. There we go. Where's the cursor? There it is. Make the burrow just a bit bigger. There we go. And now he will do his fucking job. Brilliant. No, apparently not. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Are you going to do it? You know what? He's probably quite hungry. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to add the dining hall to his burrow. Can I just take burrow 1 and add it to burrow 2? Is that possible? Let's just do it. Let's just get a nice big area here. There we go. Bosh, 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 bosh. Oh shit! Sorry, I accidentally did it wrong. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Is that going to add, or am I on crazy pills here? No. Okay, I'm doing something very wrong here. Let's try again. Down to the bottom, and there we go. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Okay, back to the surface again. Hospital's still looking pretty rough. Definitely dehydrated. Oh, it takes it out of you. Killing the innocent is difficult work. Difficult, thirsty work. I don't know why they're not... Everyone is getting very thirsty in the fortress all over. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure we had enough booze last time, and we've got a well, so they can definitely get drinks. Come on. Something interesting has to happen apart from just tantrums. It's definitely spiralling now. I mean, we could try and banish all the unhappy people, but we want to see the end of this fortress in a fun, spectacular manner. We're not interested in all this bobbins about people... Oh, hello.
Dusim Kanzudkubuk, the engraver, has been cursed by Baros.
Okay. What does that even mean? Dusim has been cursed by Baros. In that case, let's go to the noble screen. Go to the mayor. That's not how it's done, is it? How do we boot people out? How do we send our cursed boy out? You know what? Let's go and check out what kind of curse he's got first. First, check the curse. We're going to read. Oh, population's going down, adult-wise. Let's find him. There he is. There he is. What kind of curse has this lad got? They are in a tantrum at the moment. Utterly harrowed by the nightmare that is their tragic life. Very sad. Well, this is unusual. We have a weir squirrel. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, yes, weir creatures are dangerous and scary, But a were squirrel? This might be an appropriate ending. This might be an appropriate ending. What do we reckon? Should we allow the curse of were squirreldom to spread through the fortress? Or should we take measures to remediate against this problem? What's the thoughts here? What's the thoughts? Gotta keep them. Yes, they go for the nuts on a full moon. that's a beautiful observation. I imagine it's probably true. They bury them all over the place. They tear them off their victims, bury them all over the place, and then forget where they are come winter. Make him the mayor. Can we deliberately make someone the mayor? That would be kind of cool if the mayor just started ripping people apart. Just like busts out of his gold chain, American Werewolf in London transformation style. Well, I suppose we may as well just let the end of the world unfold, really, now. Let's watch. Let's see what happens. Let's see how a were squirrel fares in combat in this fortress. I imagine that it will be spreading its taint all over the place. But we'll see how it works out. I mean, everyone's miserable already. Look at them. Look at all those red arrows. I mean, being torn apart by a little gnawing rodent lycanthrope. Lycanthrope? Is that the right term? By a little rodenty boy, it's going to be a relief. It's going to be a sweet, blessed relief. We should follow him around, shouldn't we? Let me pause things, find his name again. Dusim Kanzudkabuk. Okay. Dusim Kanzudkabuk. Q-D-U-C-I-M. There he is. Let's go to the unit. What? No. What? Let's try that again. Q-D-U-C-I-M. There he is, the engraver. And then we press enter. There we go. And then Z, go to unit. There he is. And F to follow. Right, this is Patient Zero, the initial carrier of the plague. Let's see where they go and what they do. I think they're just standing on the bridge right now, wondering what to go on with. Let's have a look at the combat report and how they got... Oh, they didn't get done by combat, did they? They got cursed. They had a tantrum, knocked something over, and then... Oh, he destroyed the bridge! He destroyed the sodding bridge. Now... Okay, let's stop following him for a second and get this bridge rebuilt. Build, capital C... No, it's not, it's G, isn't it? G, there we go. KK... KK, that's like that, and then you put that there, enter, and we'll make it out of 97 obsidian nearby. Have we got anything? Let's use nice blocks, it'll be quicker. There we go. Fantastic, and we'll resume the action and maybe go back to find old Dusim, was his name? There we go. Let's press enter, enter, ZF, unpause. Right. We may have to wait for the bridge to be rebuilt before the fortress can actually be taken out by this were squirrel, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. They may have built it by the time he transforms. Then again, maybe not. Are they going into self-exile, or are they just heading out into the slaughtered lamb? That's what's happening here. They're going out to the pub. They've had their little moment. They've knocked over that bookcase. They've been cursed. And now, knowing the inevitable transformation is on its way, what the hell is this? Actual giraffes. Okay. That's cool. They appear to be staying still in the tavern. How long does it take for them to transform? It's a full moon, isn't it, or something? We watch the date in the corner. There's one day. Come on, how long does a day take? I'll count the next day out. At 40 frames a second. It gets to day 18 of the month. Here we go, and it's not happening. It's not happening. It takes a while for a day to tick over. Okay, it's going to be a little while before they kick off. It's a slow burn. It's a slow lycanthropic burn. Come on. We do seem to have... I think that's slaughtering... Oh, 1, 2... Actually, that was ages. Let's not sit here counting the seconds out until the next one ticks over. But looking at the frame rate, we appear to have gained a few frames by slaughtering all those extra animals. Which is nice. Which is nice. You know. if we're ever threatened by frame rate loss in our own world, we'll be able to counter it just by killing lots of animals. Be good. Actually, thinking about it, if there was frame rate loss in our world, would we even perceive it? I don't think we would. It would only be visible to the people viewing the simulation, potentially, from the outside. Let's not start that one off again, though. That was an epic little moment, wasn't it? Come on, build that bridge. Get that bridge built. Make us a Sam Porter Bridges to save the day. After the apocalypse, he can go around delivering stuff. That last ballista arrow wobbled back and forth a bit. I think the siege engineer needs more practice. Let's get this bridge built before we fire off another bolt. Because, frankly, how many simulations deep are we? Well, effectively, infinite, really. Maybe? Maybe it's recursive. Maybe it's actually we're actually simulating our world in a deeper simulation that's yet to be made. That doesn't make any sense, does it? It's absolute nonsense. Piffle. You know what's not piffle? In my opinion, Westworld. That's coming back on soon. I keep seeing notifications about that. And old Rick and Morty started again recently, didn't it? That's always worth a watch. Good fun. Bit of a giggle. Come on, boys, build this bridge, would you? 18th, the 21st. I don't know what day the full moon is on, but fingers crossed it's soon, because otherwise we're going to be going on forever. We've already been recording for 26 minutes, and what's happened? Nothing but one bookcase being topped over. Ah, here we go. He's transformed. He's turned into a weir squirrel. Let's find him. Where is he? Dusim was his name, wasn't it? Dusim? Oh, hang on. No, he's an other now, isn't he? Udders! Udders! Oh my god, don't tell me he got killed. Surely not. Surely not. Oh, there he is. Look, Dusim Kanzudbuk. Kanzudkabuk. The Weir Squirrel Engraver. Let's find him. Let's go to unit and follow. It looks like he's left a trail of carnage in the tavern. Let's have a little look at some of these combat reports. Let's see what's happening here. He's had 32 pages so far. That's scary. Currently scratches the peasant, throws the peasant, grabs the peasant by the fifth toe. Oh, we've got a severed part. The mechanic kicks the Weir Squirrel Engraver in the teeth with his left foot, and the severed part sails off in an arc. I wonder if it can still bite people if its teeth have been kicked out. Probably not, but I'm sure we'll find out. Hopefully there's been a few nips in there, and next month the taint will spread a bit wider. The tavern crew certainly seem to have had a bad time of it. There's somebody dead there. I don't think it matters at this point if they kill the initial Weir Squirrel. Oh, hello. Who's this little fella here? He looks different. Oh, he's gone. He's dead. Oh, well, never mind. Never mind. It's kind of what we were hoping for. It's just taking a little longer than we anticipated. A baby? Oh, wow. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Why don't you tell me more about this baby? Actually, you know what? I've changed my mind. Shut up and stop telling me about frickin' babies. It's called Dwarf Fortress, not Baby Fortress. Baby Fort... Baby Fort... Oh, stop it. Stop it. I can't find the Weir creature. Where is he? Is he still alive, even? Oh, I think... No, there he is. Ah, okay. I don't seem to be able to select him, so we'll just let the game run a bit and see what happens. I mean, he's still weir squirreling it up. Clearly, the monster icon is there, and they're moving. Oh, it looks like he might kill everyone he comes into contact with. Although he's getting out there, he's chasing people. Oh, did they transform? I think the Weir creature has... Yes, okay. Okay, the Weir Squirrel has returned, but now, if we head over to Dwarf Therapist and take a little look and see what's what. Let's read the dwarves. We had 112 adults. We've now got quite a few deaths there. Oh, look, we've got several. We've now got 3 people infected with the weird, 4 people infected with the weird curse, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is going to be carnage. Next full moon, if that bridge is built, I think it could well be the end of the fortress. Oh no, sorry, it's not built yet. I thought it had been built, but apparently I was jumping the gun a little there. How long does it take to bring bloody stone blocks? Oh, back over. Sorry. Have I shared with you guys my dwarf fortress art yet? No, Sergeant Indy, you haven't. It's framed in an extremely fancy looking frame on the wall of my house. Actually, I have 2. The second one is framed behind the counter at the shop. Ah, you know, I'd love to see them. Let's have a little look. I'll take it they're Toady originals, right? I was doing Captain Duck's tutorial making a real good show of things when a weird tapir showed up and beat my mare to death with a pair of leather pants. How does one do that? I imagine you'd have to tie a knot in them or something. You'd like tie a knot up the crotch and hold the legs and swing it around. If you got enough momentum on the swing, like a balled up knot of leather could probably do some damage. Maybe you'd like fill it with sand. But then again, that's not a pair of trousers, is it? That's just a sandbag, really. So that's what I requested. A weird tapir beating a dwarf to death with a pair of pants. So they did it up in crayon. Very nice. Very nice. I'd like to see that one. If you've got a scan of it or a photo or something, feel free. Feel free to post it. Maybe like an Imgur link or something. I don't know. I don't know. Other sites are available for hosting images. Or post it in the Discord even. That's also an option. I don't know if it would belong in general, in Cryptbeards, or in the arts hole. But it would be fine wherever, I suppose. I really should tidy up the Discord. There's a lot of rooms in there for a lot of nothing. And if I just keep it a little bit more streamlined, it might clip along a bit. Just keep the Cryptbeards room in general, maybe. I should start using it more for actual voice stuff as well. It'd be kind of cool to do a call-in show at some point, but also a great risk on Twitch. A great risk indeed. Is this suspended or something? Oh, for fuck's sake, of course it's suspended. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Hello, 52 frames a second, and pretty solid at that. Oh no, it's dropping, it's dropping. Just for a moment, I was beginning to regret my decision to bring the fortress to an end, but now I can see that my decision was right. We've gone sub 40. Meh. Decidedly meh. Oh, here we go, here we go. Let's have a little look at the link. I'll give it a click. Shall I put it on the... Ooh. I don't know how easily I can put this on stream. Let me see if I can do this. Save image as. We do it to the desktop. It'll be nice and easy to find. There we go. There's that. That's pretty sweet. That is a big weir tapir. I didn't realise weir creatures got so much bigger. That's crazy. And he really is slamming that little lad down. He's not having any fun. Where was I? Yes, I was going to try and get that up on the screen, wasn't I? Let's go to OBS and let everybody have a good look, even the YouTubers who probably won't see the link. Bear with me, this won't take long. Image, there we go. Create new image, yep, sure. Browse, desktop. That one. No, it's not that one. It's not that one at all. Where is it? Did I actually save the fucking thing? Okay, let's try again. Let's have a second attempt at this. So we click on the link, cancel, close that down. Discard. There we go. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that right now. Okay, oh, okay. Chat's glitching out for me now. I'm getting a preview picture of it flashing up all over the place. Ah, here we go. I've got to click on it. That's good. Save image as on the desktop. Save as type. Ah, okay. Let's assume it's a JPEG. There we go. Now we should be able to bring it up. Bear with me. bear with me. Not rocks and minerals. No. What we want is that one. Bingo! There we go. And now everybody on the video can see as well. A weird tapir knocking a dwarf down with a pair of trousers. Leather trousers, no less. Let's get that. There you go. Exciting stuff. Highly interactive stream. Chat interaction. Maximum. Oh, another baby notification. Yet another notification that is almost meaningless to me now. They've suspended construction again. Why do they keep doing that? Let's watch and see what happens. Are they seeing corpses over the magma moat and thinking, ooh, no, I'm not interested in doing that? Or what? What's the deal here? Or is someone tantruming and smacking them about when they try and suspend it again? That doesn't take long, does it? Oh, fuck, I pressed X instead of S. Okay, let's place another bridge instead then. Build. Bridge. Da 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 da. No? Yes, there. Okay, fine. Bosh. What? No, come on. Why are you suddenly being all weird, Dwarf Fortress? No, stop. Okay, let's try again. Okay, why was that not working? That was very strange. There we go. Bang. Bridge. Retracts. That'll do. That'll just build a freaking bridge. 4 needed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, little bag of shit. There we go. And a block of obsidian can go in as well. Why not? It's not even a block. It's just a lump. A piece. Second time I requested, they don't send me art, and instead I sent them a crown drawing of my own since it was their 10th anniversary. But they sent me one anyway. It's of a dwarf strangling a rat man. Very nice. Very nice. That's the one behind the counter at Tacoma Games, and the real neat part is that I managed to marry a wife that doesn't mind having that framed in our living room. Yeah, that's pretty good. Good effort. I'm not sure my girlfriend would be too hot on me framing a picture of a rat man being strangled on the wall. But then again, I've never asked. So maybe if I was a very good boy and earned all the brownie points, I would be able to... oh dear! Someone else has been cursed by Barros. Will they also become a weir squirrel, or will we have multiple weir conditions in the fortress? Intriguing. Back in the day, weir creatures would transform and immediately look for a weapon. Oh my god. So they'd almost always go on a rampage with their own pants or shirts, whatever. I mean, that hopefully saved a few lives. Maybe just whiffling around with a shirt or trousers. 2 pieces of art in your living room. One is that, and the other is of a man wearing a suit without pants, in his boxers, and standing over a flaming sofa with a fire extinguisher in his hand. It's a very obscure reference to an episode of Frasier. Oh baby, I hear the blues calling, tossed salads and scrambled eggs. They're calling again. Bit of old Frasier, can't go wrong there. Good series. Okay, let's hope this one doesn't get suspended now. Okay, not suspended. Good, good. Someone come and do the job. Still not suspended. I like it. I like how this is going. You keep this up and you can stay, bridge. Click. Still not suspended. Very nice, very nice. I remember Boat Murder and the pure awesomeness that spawned from that Dragon MB, says Dragon Man. Yes, Boat Murder was a great one. Was that the one that they illustrated and had the sort of like, you go down the page and it has all the different events like drawn out? Or was that one of the ones that was like a text story? They mix into one for me. Oils something? No, science, not your Twitch. A Valentine for Niles. Boat murdered or bronze oiled or something? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'll look out for that. I'll look out for it. A succession fort is another thing I've never done. Although, to be honest, who's going to want to inherit a fort that I've had my grubby fingers all over? Not many people, I would imagine. They're all going to be a bit, what have you done to this? Okay, we need a mason. This is good. This is good. We've got a dwarven child stumbling around obliviously. That's not good. But hey, we knew this was going to be a bit of a hellhole. I mean, we're building this damn contraption just to get weird creatures inside the fortress. Actually, that's a good point. That is a very good point. We do have a weird creature in the fortress now. I'm going to check. I have to go through them one by one and check to see what their curses are. Weird squirrel. Weird squirrel. Weird squirrel. Weird squirrel. Weird squirrel. Weird squirrel. I could just check who the last person to be transformed was. Oh, I haven't even updated this either, have I? What an idiot. Let's do that. I'm just going to check who the person who got transformed was. Morsel Sosadrimtar. Morsel Sosadrimtar. M-O... Oh, I need to read, don't I? I need to refresh these. M-O-R... Oh. Okay, that went a bit wrong. Where is he? Let me check. Oh, M-O-R-U-L, sorry. Moral... where is he? Sosdamdintra. He's not there. He's not there. That's interesting. Ah, there he is. Look, Moral Sosdrimmatar. Apparently not there. Which is confusing. Okay. So maybe he's changed? Well, we'll just have to look out for him, won't we? I can't see him in Dwarf Therapist. We'll just have to see if we spot him transforming and going nuts in the fortress. I imagine it'll be around here somewhere, right? This is where the action's happening. Well, there's a bit of action down here in the dining hall, though. Maybe we'll see the beautiful table spattered with blood. Oh, here's the other one. Let's have a little look. Also, Scound, to do a succession fort, you need to survive. That's true. That's true. Let's have a look. Oh, you can scroll up. It's a Twitter link. Oh, okay, fair enough. That's the easy way to do it. Oh, hang on. I've got two... Hang on a minute. Hang on. I'm not going to go too deep dive on your Twitter channel right now. I've lost everything on my screen. What a doofus. There we go. It's all back. You folks should consider donating if you've got a couple of bucks. It directly supports the game and you get a cool crayon picture out of it. That's true. I will one day, when I've got some money, when I have a proper income, I will probably get round to donating to all those things that I've got piled up that I want to donate to. That would be good. Also a little button of the little dwarf face they use in the default tile set. Oh, that's nice. Next fort, all coffins made of glass. Ooh, we'll go for the Sleeping Beauty. Why not? Or no, it's Snow White is in the coffin made of glass, right? Oh. Cold tea. Elven diplomat. What's that smell? What is that horrible flavour in the air? Right, well, I think we need to set the ballista off. This guy can't be suffered to stay here. Oh, he can't get in anyway until we build the bridge. I mean, I don't know why that's funny, but I still had a chuckle. Still had a chuckle. Is the second cursed also a weird squirrel? We don't know, Claycree. I couldn't find them. Let's have a look again. It was moral. Excuse me. Let's go over here and look for him. M-O-R-U-L. I'll do a read. Excuse me. M-O-R. Yeah, look, it doesn't turn up. It doesn't show up at all. But his name comes up here in the search filters. And when we click on it, nothing. Nothing at all. Not one thing. So that's a bit confusing. I've got a lot of ones like that on my phone, Sergeant Indy. I've got one of the underside of our car after we had a little bit of a somebody had a driving situation and I had to look to see if everything had been scratched up or not, but luckily it was fine. It was fine. Okay, well, we're just waiting for this bridge to be built, at which point an elven diplomat will enter our building. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But okay, fine. Maybe we'll just kill him. Maybe we'll have an attempt to flip him in the air with our bridge, although that would require fitting another mechanism and indeed building a different kind of bridge, so actually no, we won't be doing that. Ah, 20 iron helms have been completed. That was in time for our forces to use them. Oh wait, no it wasn't. Oh dear, sarcasm. Oh, who called up the Discord there? I can't see the person who put the command in. Thank you for doing so. Unless it was automated, in which case, thank you, automated bot? I'm not sure. Intriguing. So they can see all corpses all the time. That's true. If you've got them in the glass coffins, people will be seeing the bodies of their loved ones. But then again, maybe if they're lovingly memorialised in a coffin like that, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe they'll get happy memories from seeing Grandma's cheeks cave in. Yes. We still need a mason to come in. I'm just going to check Dwarf Therapist to make sure we still have any masons, because if we don't have any masons it's going to cause us issues. We have 3, so that's good. Maybe I should stop producing stuff with them. Let's see what we've got. Melt a metal object, make soap, forge iron stuff, that's cool. Lavish meal, yeah. Rock blocks. Okay, cancel that. There we go. That's it. Hopefully they'll stop making blocks and come and make this bridge. Because frankly, we need bridges more than blocks right now. We need it before the next full moon. Because next full moon is going to be a real shit show. Although having said that, the weirs that are outside the gate, the weir squirrels out there, maybe we won't be able to, they won't get into the fortress in time. At least there is one inside the fortress, so, you know, we'll see some action in there. Some form of action. Oh, hello, a human caravan has arrived. And they've bypassed because no one can get in. Brilliant. Elves and humans at the same time. So exciting. Come on, can we get a mason up here? Perry Mason? What's happening to all the traps as well? Is this just tantruming dwarves smashing things up? I bet it is. The floor's probably strewn with silver hammers from those weapon traps. Step 1, says Dragonman B. Kill a bunch of elves. Step 2, make bone weapons out of killed elves. Step 3, kill elves with elf bone weapons for the irony. Dwarves won't butcher sentience, otherwise good plan, says Clay Cree. And Dragon B points out that you can mod that. That's true. That's true. I've always been kind of taken with artifacts made out of enemies and relatives and stuff like that. It would be kind of cool to have like a modded fortress where when they die, when dwarves die, a suitable way to memorialise them is to turn them into artifact weapons and stuff. I think that would be cool. I can imagine a culture in which that kind of thing's okay. I mean, sure, people like to be buried or cremated at the moment around where I live, but I'm sure there's been a civilization where, you know, old granddad's lying on his deathbed and goes, "Turn my spine into a morning star." Not a proper morning star, one of those ones from the D&D handbook that's actually a flail of sorts. Come on, bridge builder, get in there. Do the dirty deed. The full moon's almost upon us. Oh, it is upon us. Lots of weir squirrels on the go. Now, let's pause it quickly. See if we can see anybody in the fortress currently squirreling it up. Having a bit of the old fun times. Actually, let's... what's the name? Shorast? Datan Imanden? Oh, dear. Okay. And only one of them has turned into a weir squirrel. And bled to death. Oh no, Datan. Oh no, why are all the weir squirrels bleeding to death? What's going on here? Okay, that's one of the ones that bled to death. Oh, they're fighting each other. Oh, okay. So they both started tearing each other to shreds and bled to death. Well, that's interesting. Didn't realise you could do that. I knew that if you put a few moles in a bucket overnight, you'd end up with one fat mole, but I didn't know they did it with weir squirrels as well. Ah, intriguing. Intriguing. I put bodies in a room, seal room full with lava, turn lava into obsidian, turn obsidian into short swords. Not a bad technique. Obsidian short swords, we did do that on either this fortress or a previous one. I remember them being pretty decent as well. Or I was told they were pretty decent. I didn't actually get to see them in use. So, okay, let's unpause the game, sorry. Let's piss off over to Therapist, do a read, 102 dwarves, 98, and scroll down. Now we've still got some weirs, just not as many as before. We seem to have reduced the population somehow. Weir squirrel, come on, what have we got left? Weir squirrel, weir squirrel, weir squirrel. So what happened to the guy who tipped that bookcase over last time? We had a new progenitor of a lineage, a new type of weir creature spreading in the fortress, and then they just sort of vanished. It's a bit sad. It's a bit sad. Come on, get that bridge built so the next volley of weir squirrel fury can enter into the fortress and give us the glorious ending we desire. Come on, Mason. Oh, a baby just ran into the lava. Oh my god. A baby and a man in a green suit just both dived into the lava together. Let's have a quick look. The Wolverine man is fighting. Schnicked. The weir squirrel... Is that the same weir squirrel? Strikes the peasant. Okay. Fine. There is weir activity going on. Need lots of slabs. Well, we don't really now because we're letting the fortress fall. This is going to be the end of the fort. We're just enjoying the time it takes for everything to fall apart. Now everybody can get out. Hopefully the weird taint will... Oh my god. Just had a really good idea to make everything go in a spectacular fashion. If we say military alerts and take everyone into Burrow 1, bingo, the second that weird transformation turns up again, it's lights out. Curtains. Civilization over. Yeah. Oh yeah. And we'll end up with one final champion weir squirrel ripping the rest of them apart. So we'll see what happens. We'll let them fight it out until only one survives, and then we'll crown the champion of the fortress. By the way, if anyone does want to claim a dwarf and have one named after them, this is probably your last chance. So feel free to pipe up and we'll head over to Therapist and get things set up. I'm going to watch the dining hall where I expect most of the madness will occur. Get them all in the ballista corridor. That's not the craziest notion, actually. Let's go back up to the top. Let's set a burrow. We'll create a new burrow. Add a new burrow. Go. And then we define the burrow. And we define the burrow thusly. From here to here. There we go. And then we escape out of burrow 3. We go to our military screen, our alert screen. We turn off that alert and turn that alert on. Bingo! Bingo! This should be interesting. We'll just wait for the weird creatures to start kicking off, and then immediately we'll fire the ballista. Although the guy who can fire the ballista isn't standing on the ballista, which is slightly annoying. Although he's probably just gone to get food downstairs. Fingers crossed he'll be back for the action. We'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out. No, the Obsidian Dead Sword project, you need slabs. Oh, I see, because you won't have bodies to bury. That's very forward thinking of you. Very clever idea, actually. Get them slabs prepared. Because we had that same situation at the beginning of this fortress. That Cyclops down in the cave. We had some weird suicide conga line formed down there, and he just obliterated over half of our fortress in one fell swoop. And so we had all these corpses that we couldn't collect. We had to seal the whole place off so no one would go down there trying to retrieve stuff. And then, of course, on came an onslaught of ghosts, which we dealt with mainly through slabs. I mean, you can see the... oh, a baby. Yay! Fuck off. You can see these little slabbies we've got here. They're all memorial slabs, but the rest of it's just coffins. Just a load of old coffins. Let's return to the top of the list. There we go. How long have we been going for? 55 minutes of recording. Oh my giddy aunt. And 3.5 hours of live streaming. Such fun. Such hijinks and capers. Come on, somebody turn into a weird creature. Oh, it's still ages until the next full moon. Unless they have more than one full moon a month. Do they? I don't know how it works. Those traders are going to be so traumatized. Oh, are they in there? Ah, they're in there. Okay. Let's have a little look at what they've got first. Let's move some of our shit over. Prepared food barrel. They're not going to bring anything up anyway, are they? They're all just sitting in there. That'll do, whatever. Trader required depot. Let's see if this all works out. They're getting very depressed in that corridor, but you would be if everyone you knew was jammed into a corridor full of traps and bits of goblin corpse. It would be a harrowing thing. Is that elf in the corridor as well? Because that would be nice if we could just kill the elf with the ballista shot, or get him ripped apart by a weird creature. That would be even nicer. That would be lovely, just splendid. Although I do worry that the weird creatures will get caught in cage traps. Maybe I should be disassembling those to maximise the carnage. We'll see how it works out. It's the 27th of the 4th at the moment. We're still waiting for activation of our lycanthropic activities. But whatever. Whatever. I mean, maybe we should just set the ballista off for one quick test fire to make sure it's going to work. But I don't want to risk accidentally icing all of the weird creatures in one go. I mean, that would be really upsetting if we ruined the glorious end of our fortress like that. Can't trade yet. No trader at the depot. Of course, he is held into the area here and may even be gripped with depression at the moment, so perhaps we can't trade with them. Perhaps it's not going to happen before the full moon. Come on, full moon. 5/17 next full moon. Okay, we've got a while to go. Every single dwarf is in that corridor. Is it worth cancelling the museums so they use other meeting halls? What, these pedestals here? Maybe? What's the effect we're hoping to achieve with this? Because I would assume having them meet up here in the meeting hall would be fine. Enough time to prep another ballista? You reckon? We've got 17 days, we should be right. Oh, sod it. Let's just fire then. Go on. Go on then. One more. Fire at will. Facing left. Come on. Ballista operator to the ballista area, please. Please? Please? Come on. Come on. Where's our ballista operator? He's not trapped in this morass, is he? Come on. Come on. Let's have a look at his little burrow. Burrow 2. Come on, Burrow 2. You can do it. There's only one dwarf in there. But does the alert override his assignment to that burrow? That's it's going to be a meeting hall. You're quite right. It's going to be a hall filled with body bits. For sure. Maybe I should just expand the third one to cover the ballista. And then, sure, we'll miss some people because they'll be standing around the ballista, but whatever. I'll do it. W, burrow 3, define burrow. Like that. There we go. And then some of the dwarves should filter around there, and the guy who's supposed to operate the ballista will... Oh, here we go, look, someone's going. And... Twang! Already quite a bit of carnage. We're not going to leave that firing at will. We're going to prepare to fire. And then watch as the bolt flies... Oh, it hit the wall. Bullshit. Really bad shot. Okay, once it's reloaded, maybe we'll have one more. Maybe we'll just have one more little kerfuffle. We've still got a while before the old weir squirrels go nuts. Hello, Druids Mead. Welcome back. Oh yes, it's all memes now. we got the guys in the corridor. We're going to blast them with a few ballista bolts, and hopefully the weir squirrels will take them all down. It'd be nice. There's a fitting end to a fortress that kind of went nowhere. A weir squirrel obliteration. Come on, guys. Oh, a peasant is visiting, and some migrants have arrived. Oh, whoopee. Lads, come on into the fortress. Quick as you can, lickety-split. Before the 17th if you can, because that's the next full moon, and shit's going to get pretty heavy. Pretty fucking heavy. Oh, people are falling asleep in front of the ballista. I do hope they're standing up. It would be a real pity if they were missed by my ballista bolts. Oh yeah, the traders are there. Let's... you know what? I'm going to add the depot to the thing. Borrow 3, enter, and then if I just add the depot and entrance, bingo, then we should end up being able to trade, right? Not yet. Give it a second. Let someone pop in there for trading. No. It'll happen. It'll happen. Maybe not before the 17th, but it'll happen. Have the migrants made it here yet? Oh, here they come. Look at these hapless fools. They have literally no idea. Entering into a maelstrom of squirrely death. Bushy-tailed hell. You're going to get your nuts buried. Deconstruct it so they start to leave. Not yet. I would kind of like to trap them in here with us. We could deconstruct the bridge, and then they're stuck in the corridor, basically waiting for death. They're fine in there. We've only got 10 days to go before the transformation occurs, so I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be all right. They'll still be there when shit hits the fan. Some of these people aren't actually doing anything, are they? Look at this. We've got a couple of dead weir squirrels. Huh. Okay. With a pile of vomit too. Lovely. Who's this cat? Oh, that must be the visiting peasant. Hello? Is anybody here? Working in the pub? No? Oh my god! Just a big old pile of corpses in the doorway. All facing the door, face down, desperately trying to claw their way out while being ripped to pieces by rabid, giant, transforming squirrel dwarves. Truly beautiful. Truly, truly beautiful. I'm slightly worried the trap corridor is going to be a suboptimal weir creature area, because those weapon traps are going to do them in pretty quickly, and the cage traps, much as many of them have been destroyed by tantruming dwarves, I mean, they're still pretty good at putting an end to a weir rampage. That said, people are really spazzing out in the fortress now, and because they're all confined into that area, they're probably going to smash up the traps before the transformation, right? Got 8 more days, sorry, not 6. Come on, dwarves. You can hold out until then. You can hold out till then. As soon as the weird creatures start, I'm just opening fire, full stop. No more fucking around. Have you tried Masterwork Dwarf Fortress? I haven't, Dragon Man B. No, I did download it a little while ago, but I never got round to actually sort of diving in. I still haven't plumbed the depths of just using the lazy noob pack, so I don't know if I'm quite ready to head into a whole new world of dwarven madness to be seen. That kind of stuff. I'm not sure I can cope. Maybe I'll give it a go though. Oh no, still got a week to go. 7 days. Come on, moon. Where are you? Show me the moon.
Bibi, you can go anywhere, even the moon.
I do like a bit of Mads Mikkelsen. He was very, very good in Hannibal. If any of you haven't watched the Hannibal TV series, I very highly recommend it. Well worth a watch. Gorgeous to look at and interesting to watch. And it doesn't matter if you know the story or not, because even if you know it, I think there's enough of a shake-up to it to make it worth watching again. And Mads Mikkelsen is brilliant in it. Like, really good. I wasn't so keen on that film he did on Netflix. Polar, was it called? About a hitman? I started watching it and it just didn't gel with me. I ended up chucking it in the end. I thought, yep, no, I like Mads Mikkelsen, but not that much. Not enough to watch a film I'm not enjoying with him in. I've been meaning to watch that Mandy film with Nicolas Cage in as well. It's been sitting in my to-view pile for quite a while. I never quite got round to it. Hey-ho, one of these days, it'll happen. And it'll happen fun. Here we go, 12, 13. Oh, 4 more days and everything's going to go nuts. It's going to be like Return of the Living Dead. Maybe, will they wipe everybody out? It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed, but it could happen. That's the key. I'm hoping the weird creatures are not sitting right next to the ballista, because that's going to be a problem. We could just start firing the ballista at will. I mean, that is an option, right? It's entirely on the table. 14, 15, we've got 3 more days. 3 more days till full moon. Full moon madness. Come on, Dwarf Fortress. You can do it. 35 frames a second. Easy peasy. Just chug through it. Just render. Just work. Come on. Oh, sorry. Chat hasn't moved. I'm looking over there thinking, oh, I better check on chat, make sure something's been said. But it's been stoically silent, awaiting the end. Just sitting there on the edge of our seats, waiting for that moment when the bushy tails sprout from the posteriors of the little dwarves and the big nut-biting teeth come out. I imagine being nipped by a squirrel's no fun. I've been bitten by small rodents before and can't say it was an amazing experience. Got bitten by a rat once. Put my finger up to the cage and it just bit down immediately. Still, you know, should have thought about that, shouldn't I? Should have thought about it. 2 tenths the type, that's it. Everyone's just desperately thinking of the pun or the meme they can use once everything kicks off. Oh, tomorrow. The weirs will come out tomorrow. Biting, kicking, slashing, thrashing tomorrow. Come on, show me the weird creatures. I've got my finger on the pause button ready for when everything kicks off so we can... No notifications yet. The merchants will be leaving soon. This is perfect timing. They'll come out and get hit by ballista bolts. Okay, I'm advancing frame by frame. Just spamming the full stop until we get a weird creature notification. Come on. Night time of the 17th. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Show me the transformation. Is it not going to work? Is it not going to happen? Yeah, I'm guessing the siege engineer is not going to last too long. Let's do an announcement just to make sure we haven't missed anything. No? Maybe your calculations were a little off on the date of the weird creature transformation? Could that be the case? See what, let's just unpause the game, let it run, and then when I get a notification I'll pause it again. Come on, somebody transform. Oh, hello! Onul Lulariden, a dwarven baby, has transformed into a weir squirrel. Now this is interesting. We've got a baby weir squirrel knocking around. Right, so this means let's change action, fire at will, bingo. Okay, unpaused. Let's watch the action unfold. It's all very busy at the moment. I can't even see the weird creatures. They may have been executed immediately. They could have been just overwhelmed by dwarves. Yeah, I'm not seeing them actually. Or they could have been caged. Let's check the combat logs, see what happens. Dwarven child, animal trainer, dwarven child, weird squirrel. Where's the dwarven baby? Weird squirrel. That's what I want to know. Weird squirrel baby. Does anyone see it? Not that you could easily say, oh yes, it's the 33rd line down. The dwarven child punches the weird squirrel engraver in the right lower leg with his left hand, bruising the fat. Cool. Okay. So it looks like... Yeah, it looks like the weird squirrels haven't actually done that well. They appear to have been overwhelmed immediately by a Cryptbeard flurry. The Cryptbeard's rush, if you will. Oh, here's one, look. There they are. Own all the weird squirrel. Have you managed to bite anybody today? Have you progressed the condition in the fortress? It looks like the siege engineer can't actually make it to his weapon. Very disappointing. This was not the scenario for siege weaponry. I mean, obviously it's not a siege. Why would you use siege weaponry if you're not involved in a siege? Oh, hello. Weird squirrel babies toppled over a pedestal.
The weir panda Zolak Nustatu Bozustat Gomax has come. A large panda twisted into humanoid form. It is crazed for blood and flesh. Its eyes glow blue. Its sepia hair is short and even. Now you will know why you fear the night.
I already fear the night. I don't need a weir panda to tell me that I need to fear the night. We've got weir squirrels, thank you very much. And they're far less endangered than weir pandas. I'm not even scared of weir pandas. They just eat bamboo. I don't know why I said bamboo so weirdly there. Bamboo. Has the transformation... Oh, hang on. I think they've caged the weir squirrels. I think they've caged them. Oh no, the weir squirrel engraver bled to death. That's all cool. That's all cool. We don't seem to be firing any ballista bolts. So almost certainly our operator died. It looks like the weird creatures are gone. Is that a corpse? Oh no, that's a weird squirrel. They're still active. They're still out there nipping and biting. Once the event has calmed down, I will... Oh look, here we go. Look, this one's tearing through the fortress. Oh my god, did it say the weir panda was found dead? Weaponsmith found dead, fish cleaner. No, the weir panda hasn't been found dead as far as I can see. No, we're cool. We're all cool. Don't panic, everybody. It's only dead children. Come on. Keep your cool. Keep your cool. It's a shame we didn't get what we were looking for in terms of ballista action, but I feel like the lycanthropy outbreak is probably going to be pretty widespread at this point. Pretty severe. What's that? Pomelo wood bucket and a stray reindeer cow skeleton. Sure, why not? Why not have a reindeer cow skeleton there? It just makes the fortress look a little bit more authentic, I'd say. A little bit more authentic and rustic. I burrowed everyone into the corridor, Fuzzy. 4 names. Perfect timing. Would the operator run away from monsters too near the siege weapon? I don't know. Yeah, the weir panda's probably going to get to the door, look in and go, ah, they've already got all the weirs they need. They don't need more weirs from me. Right, I don't see the weir pandas, the weir squirrels knocking around anymore. Let's head over to Therapist and have a little look at how the infection progresses. So we had 98 adults. Let's see how many we've got now. Whew, 83. Less deaths than I anticipated. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people are now infected with weir squirreldom. Did we have any weir pandas in the fortress? Did anyone get nipped by old Bamboo Boy? Lad Bamboo? No? Oh! Got a weir panda! Oh, look at that! More than one type of weir creature. Such an exotic fortress ending. We'll keep this at fire at will just in case someone gets round to actually firing it, because we're going to have to grind through some of the dwarves. Dehydrating, you say? What a tragedy. What a crying shame. What an absolute horror show. Dead war dog, sure. Maybe I should activate everybody's siege engineer, siege operating. I mean, it might be a bit of a waste of arrows. I'm going to leave you watching this corridor quickly, and I'm going to go and check to see if we have any siege operators. Let's have a little look. Siege operators. Come on. There we go. We do. We have one person who has level 2, but they're a weird creature. So I'm going to spam enable siege operating on a load of people who aren't weird creatures yet. There we go. Commit. And we should see bolts start flying pretty soon. Someone will head in there and start twanging that rope. Here we go. Ready? Are we ready? Unfortunately, the miasma from the previous kills is probably going to obscure much of our vision, and we won't be able to fully enjoy the flight of the bolt. But you know what? We'll know it's there, and that's what's important, right? That you know. It doesn't look like anyone's actually capable of firing at the moment. Everyone's a bit shell-shocked by the rampage of the weir squirrels. Well, that's okay, right? That's fine. They've got every right to be shell-shocked. Every right to be upset. Come on, guys. Fire that ballista. We've got to end this fortress sometime soon. It's 3 in the morning here. 3:15, in fact, so it's getting a bit late. I wanted weir goats. The weir panda was a goblin. Okay, we did get one. So he must have bitten somebody. Engraver has suffocated. I wonder what happened there. Maybe they're piled under the bodies. They've just sort of laid still, trying not to get attacked by the weir squirrels, and then just become buried under the gore. Buried in gore. What an album title. So, due to fun reasons, I looked into D&D rules for weir creatures. A weir toad is pretty cool. Has a natural weapon, whip tongue, which allows for some crazy dex shenanigans. Oh, I might have to look into that. What edition is that, though? Are we looking at the current 5th edition, which I've never even glanced at, or the one I'm most conversant with, 3.5? I haven't actually run in quite a while, thinking about it. The last game I ran was D&D 3.5, but God, I can't remember how long ago it was. We've moved on to a Star Wars D20 game. No, it's not even a D20 game, it's the one with all the exotic dice, the like specialist dice for the game. And playing Microscope. Oh, we had a cracking time playing Microscope last time. I'm looking forward to giving it another shot. Weird creatures in DF regenerate all lost parts whenever they transform, which is nice. That is nice. It means even if they get battered up a bit, they can still spread the disease. 3.5, yeah. That's the one I'm more familiar with. 5th edition, says Sergeant Indy, is so easy to pick up and play, and most importantly to DM. I really want to run a Call of Cthulhu game. I know I've been saying it for years on here that I want to just like do an Into the Darkness style Call of Cthulhu campaign and just record it and put it on. It's been I mean, I'm such a shit organiser that it takes forever for it to get done. One day, and eventually one day maybe I'll even run that live action Call of Cthulhu game I've been talking about for nigh on 15 years. I'm not sure it's cowardice that they won't fire on their own kind, Clay Cree. I think it's actually nobody with the labour enabled is Compos Mentis. I'm going to add more people with it. Here we go. Siege operating. In fact, if I sort by profession, it'll get rid of all these babies in the way. Excuse me. Oh, goodness me. Yawny. Right, I've just enabled loads of siege operators. Let's commit that. Somebody is bound to walk in there now and fire it. They won't have any skill, but somebody's got to do it. There's enough people now that we've got critical mass. Unless everybody's currently staggering around obliviously and unhappy. Oh look, there's Is that a dead weir creature? Or is it a caged weir creature? Because it shouldn't be wearing right now. It should be just back in its original form. Or maybe it's dead. A corpse stays that way, doesn't it? Let's have a little look. I have zero desire to play 3.5, even though it's a much deeper game. The simplicity of 5th, I'm back to straight up seat of my pants DMing, and it's never been so easy. You see, one of the things that I am pretty notorious for as a DM is not just bending the rules. I have been known to completely ignore them, and just go, fuck it, this is what I think would be cool right now, that's what's happening. So, I mean, complexity of rule systems really doesn't always affect me too much. I tend to more absorb the stuff about the setting and then just regurgitate it at the table. People say they enjoy it, so it's it must be okay, but it's a less than orthodox style, I would say. Too bad miasma can't kill. That's true. That's true. That if that was miasma was deadly, then we'd have got this fortress done. I mean, they're all going to dehydrate at this rate. I get that, Sergeant Indy, says Fuzzy. I've run the starter set campaign, although we didn't make it to the end. I can do an entire combat in the time it used to take us to do a single combat round in 3.5. Oh man, the worst D&D game ever for me was when one I had was getting out of hand and people were just being invited back from the pub to play, and the most we actually managed to get anything coherent done with was 7 fucking players. And then at one night we had like 14 people sitting around a table, and basically I was just talking. It was fun, obviously. I enjoyed doing this, so that was fun, but we didn't get anything meaningful done. And as soon as combat started, that was it, the whole thing ground to a halt. Also highly recommend Savage Worlds. I remember the Ultima Savage Worlds. Do you remember that one? I loved that game. That was a fantastic Ultima game. A friend of mine has started running a Traveller campaign. Oh, you said, Science? Yeah, you said. I've always meant to give that a look. For some reason, I've never get to play that much sci-fi stuff. So, I mean, I don't really count Star Wars. That's kind of fantasy sci-fi. I don't know what Traveller it is we prefer around the shop. I personally have never played Traveller and never will, because I've made a character for Traveller close to a dozen times. I remember back in the 90s when I was playing with my mates, we were playing things like Vampire the Masquerade and Werewolf the Apocalypse. We would just get together, all sort of like laze around on the sofa around the table, generate characters, discuss the party dynamic, and then never get around to playing. And the next time we'd meet up, we'd all generate new characters. And we loved it. It was fun, but we very rarely actually got through to playing a session. The best session I was ever on, a guy I know called, I haven't seen him for years, called Dan Fresco, who apparently is a paparazzi photographer, but he ran a Call of Cthulhu book by Pagan Publishing called Coming Full Circle, and we had regular meetups in my garden shed at my parents' old house, and it was fucking fantastic. Absolutely brilliant campaign. If you ever get a chance to play on that one, I heartily recommend it. Coming Full Circle, and I think there was a sequel campaign that I never got around to playing called something like In the Shadows, Sliced Shadows, Shadow Blades, something like that. Something to do with cutting in shadows. Great story though. Let's have a little look down here. I've never been into the older style of roll for your character. Yeah, I was always more into point spying. I was really introduced to role playing through the World of Darkness stuff by White Wolf, so point spying was where it was at for me at that time. Although I don't mind rolling up in Call of Cthulhu, because realistically it's not so much about your base stats. It's more about what you do with your skills in Call of Cthulhu. Like, that's one of the few games where the most powerful character in the game is like a 90-year-old, like, wheelchair-bound librarian. It's one of the idiosyncrasies of Call of Cthulhu. Well, they're not firing that ballista, are they? I feel like the dehydration must be about to set in, right? We must be getting a few people dropping. I'm going to go to therapist and do a refresh. We had 83 adults. We now have 83. It's fine. It looks like only the children and babies are dying, which is So I suppose it makes sense, doesn't it? When you run out of water and food, the first to die are the young ones. Or maybe the old. Maybe at the same time. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. I got fucked over really heavily and almost was totally non-viable because I kept crit failing on my job survival rolls. Huh. I did. I activated a shitload of siege engineers. We've got loads of them. Oh, not siege engineers, siege operators. But surely they are the appropriate... That's the appropriate one, right? Siege operating? I'll just activate a buttload more. There we go. That whole screen's worth of people. Commit. There we go. There's a change. We are committed to change. I think maybe everyone's in the grip of a tantrum. Even old Happy Pants isn't happy anymore. Look down in the bottom right hand corner. 0 green. Well, we've got loads of bolts stockpiled, so I don't see why we'd need an engineer. While meanwhile, one of our players aced every single one of his mustering out rolls and owned a ship and a half. Ooh, very nice. Which even the DM had to step in and knock that down because it would totally invalidate the campaign to let us just start with a fully owned ship. Yeah, it is awkward when rolls invalidate, you know, the purpose of a campaign. I'm very much of the freeform variety of DM. I'd run Call of Cthulhu out of the book and I learned the scenario for that, but anything else, especially D&D, especially where my party were basically just murder hobos, you had to freeform it. It wasn't always the case, but often it was. I mean, our WhatsApp group that we used to actually arrange games is called Torturers Sans Frontières, which kind of tells you all about the people that I play with that you need to know. I have got another WhatsApp group that I'm in, which is all about Warhammer, which is full of lovely people who are all so very nice and would not say the things that were said in that game. But there you go. You can't choose, well, so you can choose your players, but not if you've only got a few friends who are into it. And, you know, I do want to hang out with them. That is fun. Let's have a little look down. 6:15 next moon. Oh, 3 days away. Here we go. Oh, somebody's in the ballista room. Are they firing? Oh, come on. I don't care about your dehydration. Don't talk to me about your dehydration. Talk to me about how you're going to be obliterated by ballista bolts. Yeah? 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 We can't really see anything that's going on now. It's just miasma wall to wall. It's okay, though. It's okay. We've only got a few more days away and then the next weird creature outburst will happen. And I think that might be the end of it. Unpause. Ah, shit. Fuck's sake. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now we can see things happening. Come on. I don't care about these notifications about dead, dehydrated dwarves and children slipping into depression. It's not important to me. What's important is having just a few people make it through to the weird creature outbreak and seeing the final moments of the fortress. Then again, it won't be the end of the fortress, will it? Because any weird creatures that don't die fully heal up, and if there's only one of them left, it basically makes the fortress eternal. Well, we'll see what happens. See what happens. Maybe they'll all die of dehydration. Maybe the weird creatures will never get a chance to transform because they've just died of thirst. 2 more days. 2 more days. Here we go. Is everybody ready? Are you braced for the horror? Are you braced to see dwarves torn limb from limb, having their pieces flung to the walls and floor and possibly even the ceiling? That'll be fun. What happened to the raid? That's an interesting question. Let's have a little look. Yeah. How do I look at missions? M. Raise forest partners. No commanders. The trust orbs. Okay. Details. D. How do we see what's going on? I don't see anything here. I can change the details. But they don't seem to be doing anything. Huh. Have they even gone? Let's remove the mission. Fuck it. They didn't do anything. Let's let it, maybe they'll come back, maybe they won't. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Oh, tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day the carnage truly begins. With over 10 weird creatures trotting around the fortress. 10 weird creatures in 2 varieties, weird pandas and weird squirrels. Oh yes, we are nothing if not diverse. I don't know, I couldn't see what happened. I'm assuming they never made it, because there were so few of them. Here we go, look at this. The transformation has occurred, the weird creatures are deep in the fortress, and they are ripping dwarves limb from limb. Population's dropping. We have 24 dwarves who are still somewhat satisfied, and 1 dwarf who's still within the sort of above satisfied category. He's actually close to happy, which seems bonkers, but maybe they're really into being torn limb from limb, or witnessing their friends and family being torn limb from limb. Maybe that's what gets them off. Maybe they're standing in the corridor with the miasma wafting around them, gently palpitating their genitals. Who knows? Who knows? It's possible. It takes all sorts to make the world go round. When the raid was cancelled, there was a notification for dwarf turned into a peasant, so not everyone went on the raid, which means the raid couldn't complete. Okay. I think we've still got plenty of people in the hospital, so that might be why they didn't go anywhere. Look at this. See that baby in the miasma, that little patch there? I think it's a baby wandering around. There it is, look. Miasma babies. The most sad kind of baby. Okay. The weird creatures are still rampaging. The attack hasn't finished yet. Let's just give it a minute. And then once they turn back, we'll check our population and see how we're going. Because this could well be the final moments of the fortress. Hello, Gurkal21. Have I got that right? Gurkal21? It looks... I think I got it right there. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. You're just catching us in the death throes of a fortress. Mork. But not Mindy. I'd expect the FPS to rise, but it's dropped. Maybe everyone going chaotic. Oh dear. It looks like everybody in the hospital dehydrated, apart from a couple of lads sitting on operating tables, and a child and parent huddled in the corner. How sad. How very sad. Ooh, a potash maker has been possessed. Well, that's not very relevant. But we'll see what happens. Who knows? Maybe they'll create something exciting in the midst of all this horror, and we'll get one final artifact to go out on a high note for. That'd be nice, wasn't it? One little artifact to remember the fortress by. Although, having said that, getting so many artifact weapons this time round was a bit of a underutilised boon. I tried, but I want to get on to the next fortress, so you know, it's time to let this one go. Let's just let the weird creatures, squirrels, mind you, weird squirrels and the weird pandas just tear everything apart. It's going to be great. Have they transformed back? I think they might have. I think this weird creature's actually dead. It's certainly not moving. Oh, did it move, or was it engulfed in miasma? Let's press U. In fact, no, let's not press U. Let's pause the action briefly and head over to therapist. Have a look at the pop. 78, 30 and 19. Let's have a look. I think the baby population is going to have plummeted. Ooh, 0. 25 adults, 4 children and 0 babies. Every single baby that was in this fortress has been destroyed. Terrible news. What does this grey highlight mean? They're a mare and baron. Oh, very exciting. Yet not infected with the weird disease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 weird creatures. Will that be enough to truly obliterate the fortress population, or do we call it here? What? Oh, let's just let it run. Let's just let it run. Why muck about? Let's get back here and just watch the lovely roiling miasma as the corpses just turn apparently to gas. Lovely. What we should do actually is say W, burrow 1, and restrict everybody to burrow 1 instead of burrow 3. I think that makes sense. The ballista's not getting fired now, it's not happening. So if we just make it down here, we'll be out of the miasma. So military, alerts, everybody out of burrow 3, I want you down in burrow 1. Thank you. And then hopefully we'll see the carnage as it unfolds. Excuse me. What the actual fuck is happening here? There's an elf in our food stockpile. This is unacceptable. Right, well, I mean, there's only one acceptable response in this scenario. Military scream. Trust orbs. Bang. We're recruiting everybody. You're all coming in. Sanctum's still rocking. That's good. I nod. Yep. Come on. Boom. Bang. There we go. Everyone get in. I don't care if you're a weird creature or not. You are getting in to our military. You're going to go and attack that poxy elf. You're going to kill him, and you're going to kill him good. You understand? Can I create another squad here? Sure, leather armor. Why not? Is anybody not in the military? I think that's it. Okay, squad. A, B, C. Please, every member of military personnel in the fortress attack this elf. Okay. There we go. Fantastic. Resume. Right, something to watch. There we go. The elf isn't happy. He better fucking die though. Let's press R to check the combat logs. Quickly make sure that it actually happens. There we go. Elf lawgiver Impe Saravanis is fighting. I must withdraw. I must withdraw. Ah, fuck you. You're going to die. At the very least, you're going to be ripped apart by weir squirrels. Where's he gone? Have we lost him? We lost that sod. There he is. There he is. Diplomat attending meeting. Let's zoom to him, and then we'll follow him. Ah, yes. There's nothing quite like watching a panicked elf running around, about to get beaten to death. Here comes a dwarf. Ah, there we go. Bit of blood. Lovely. And ooh, his bodyguards came in. Let's have a look and see how he died. Elf Milker. Was he not a diplomat earlier? Apparently, the fighting changed everything. Okay, I must withdraw, I must withdraw. The Swordsdwarf bashes the lawgiver in the left upper arm with his iron crossbow. Yeah, good. Those injuries! Be gone, fear! No, it's not happening. You're going to die terrified. What have we got here? Swordsdwarf latches on firmly. Bites the lawgiver in the right upper leg. That's what it's all about. Bite that elf. Bite that elf. It looks like the lawgiver basically missed all of his attacks. Let's see what the final one is. The Swordsdwarf bashes the lawgiver in the head with his iron crossbow, and the injured part is crushed. An artery has been opened by the attack. Good. I imagine the swords, the bodyguards he had, are probably kicking off right about now. But we'll see how it works out. This corridor is now empty. A horrible, carnage-strewn place. Oh look, the guards are leaving. They know what's happening. Once their client has been murdered, it's probably best to get the fuck out of Dodge. You don't want to be hanging around for the weird creature madness. It's no fun. When it comes down to it, it's just no bloody fun. Let's have a look. Oh, have we started that mood yet? Where's that mood? Oh. Carol has gone stark raving mad. Okay. Let's do a search for a mood. No? I can only assume that he went bonkers and died. Maybe we go down a few levels, see if anyone's captured any of the thingies. Oh, I don't care about the starving people. No, it doesn't look like it. Speaking of starving people, look at all these starved to death creatures that we've captured in cages. A few of the goblins are still alive, but it looks like all the elves and humans have popped their clogs. Probably because we weren't feeding them, to be honest. I mean, it makes sense. That seems like a plausible explanation for their deaths. It looks like that guy went mad and never finished his mood. Oh, look, here he is. Is that him? No, that's not him. That's just some random guy in a bit of a state. Fine, fine. Not long now and it'll all be over. 7:13, next full moon. Oh, it's going to be a little while, actually. If only the elf got infected with the weird curse and went home. That's true. That's true. That last weird beast on the list had a long name. Did they get some titles from murdering? Let me look. Let me have a little look here. Oh, it's a long one, isn't it? Shorast bun gekulgem ablagondesh eratau. Shorast lizard paint, the pale flayer of luxuries. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's have a look at how many kills they've got. Let's go to the military screen. So this guy's not killed anybody. This guy's killed 6. Wow. Notable kills, a dog. They killed 3 dogs and 2 geese. Okay, I think they might be a butcher. Oh no, it's the mayor. Okay. Interesting. I'm surprised. Our weir squirrels don't seem to have killed anybody, but then again, maybe all the ones who transformed last time died, and it's only these lot who are left. I don't know. Man, this guy's level 17 fighter. Do those skills carry through to their weir form? Because I get the feeling this guy's going to be a little bit difficult to deal with for anybody who has to face him. And we're back. Ah, come on, Dwarf Fortress. Give up to me your fruits. Give up to me your glorious fun. Capital F, capital U, capital N. Ah, my favourite Dwarf Fortress song. Maybe it won't show up in the kill list if they did it when turned. Ah, that might be the case, yeah. Because technically they sort of turn into someone else, don't they? Now you just need a necromancer to raise the weir squirrel bits. Oh god, hell upon hell. Weir creature reanimated. Why not? Just pile on those conditions. Ah dear. Oh, a milker's been missing for a week. Unsurprising. Probably just lost under the pile of other corpses. Autumn's arrived on the calendar. Very nice. Come on. Just 12 more days until the end of days. You can do it, Dwarf Fortress. Fall to dust. Crumble into the ground. Not a normal exhortation for a Dwarf Fortress, but in this instance it's correct, I feel. How many nobles we got left? A baron and a mayor. Hasn't that guy been a right pain in the arse for ages? I remember him smashing stuff up last time. He was in a right old pissy mood. Intriguing. I noticed in adventure mode you get random titles when killing, so that last Wolf's Weir Squirrel must have gotten it from that, especially with Flayer or whatever it was in their title. Ah, okay. What was it again? Let me just click on their tooltip. Have a look off screen. It was the Pale Flayer of Luxuries. I wonder what luxury they flayed. Fleed? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the past tense of flaying is. Well, what used to happen, the reanimated bit will transform into a copy of the weir, and when the full moon, they go back to being alive. Holy shit. Would that be each piece becomes a new weir creature, or you just get the one? I wonder. Intriguing. Oh, look at the frame rate. We're up to 56 frames a second. Wowee, with a fort population of 25, that's pretty low. What's the deal with that then? Oh, sorry, I say 25. We have a fort population of 12. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so almost half of them are weir squirrels. I'm pretty sure this is going to end fairly soon. I'm not sure if it's going to be weir murder or dehydration. But I think both options stand. They're viable. They're both viable. We appear to have lots of animals in the dining hall again. That always seems to get out of control. You forget to cage them, put them in the right pasture, and people just wander in with their little stray animals behind them and go, yeah, you wait here. You wait here, llama. A dining hall is the perfect location to keep a llama or an alpaca or indeed any of those kind of creatures. Peasant's been missing for a week. Very exciting. Ah, 7th. The 7th. We're nearly there. Well, we're not. Actually, we've still got another 6 days to go. I'm ravenously hungry. I could do with some food, but I'm going to let this fortress play out just these last final few moments. How many times have we been in this situation where I've been going, just the last few moments, going to let it play on a little bit longer, and when we sit here for an hour waiting for something to happen? It's not uncommon, I'll put it that way. It tends to happen fairly frequently. At least we got that elf, though, eh? Just wandering into our fortress, mucking around in our food stockpiles. How dare he? How dare he be an elf? Or she? How dare they be an elf? Probably 20 times. That seems about right. The exact number of fortresses we've done in the Cryptbeards series. Oh, we've got a ghost. Look, there's a ghost tormenting people. Well, they're going to die very sad, I think. I wonder if any of them will get frightened to death. Is that a thing in Dwarf Fortress? Can you be terrified to death? I've barely touched Adventure Mode Dragon Man B. Barely. I found it a little bit overwhelming the 2 times I've tried it, and I've never really been drawn back to it. I just like Fortress Mode so much that it's never really been... I've never really been looking for anything else. Oh, it's the 11th. Got 2 more days. 2 more days and we get ourselves what will probably be the end of the fortress. I could just bung everybody in the switch room for a clearer kill, right? Stop people knocking around. Ah, fuck it, they'll get killed. Don't worry. They're all restricted to this floor. Oh, it's the 12th. We've got, oh, is it 1 more day or 2 more days? It's the next day. Oh, I've got 1 more day. There we go. The weir squirrels are out and they're charging through the fortress. The animals are fleeing. There's blood everywhere. It's absolute bedlam, total chaos, and it looks like this guy's doing all right, surviving. Who's this guy? He's a survivor. It's Sanctum. Of course, Sanctum's a proper swords dwarf, isn't he? He's got actual skill. Although I feel like now they're chasing animals. A diplomat has left unhappy. Wow. Was that the elven diplomat? You know what? Fuck you. If you think I'm going to be making elves happy, then you've got another thing coming. You've got another thing coming. Right, let's go and have a look at the population now, after the weir outbreak. We had 12 dwarves. We now have... Oh, we've got a survivor. The ultimate survivor was Solon Idenzokak. And what did you do, Solon? You were a potash maker. Currently in a mood. Hang on a minute. Let's have a quick look. Solon, where are you? Where are you, Solon? There he is. Z. Ah, he's trapped in the hospital. That was why he couldn't enact his strange mood. Even if he goes berserk, he's trapped. Well, there we go. The end of the fortress. Everybody is either trapped, dying and dehydrating in a miasma-filled hospital full of corpses, or they're a weir creature. In fact, a weir squirrel or a weir panda. Let's just have a little confirmation of what we have. We've got a weir squirrel, a weir squirrel, a weir squirrel, a weir squirrel, and a weir squirrel. It looks like the weir panda didn't make it all the way through, which is a shame. I'm not sure why the guy in the hospital bed didn't get bitten. But oh well, there's not much we can... Oh! Well, this is awkward.
The forgotten beast, Dissem, has come. A towering, skinless serpent. It has large mandibles, and it undulates rhythmically. Beware its deadly blood.
Sure, I will beware its deadly blood. I mean, maybe we could draft the dwarves to go and attack it, but if I remember rightly, we don't actually have a direct access to the caverns. I walled it off, didn't I? Hello, what's this? There's a trade caravan turning up. Holy shit, there's traders in the area. Well, I'm afraid it doesn't matter because we only have one non-contaminated, non-lycanthropic dwarf, and he's currently crippled in a hospital bed. So that, I would say, is that for Cryptbeards XX, otherwise known in modern numbers as Cryptbeards 20. Those of you watching on YouTube, thank you very much for doing so. It's been a pleasure recording for you this. I know you're not watching it till months down the line, but thanks for doing it anyway. See you next time. Bye.